Hi everyone and welcome to the Hermetic Shaman. My name is Jayme, and if you're new here, I am so glad that you have found your way to this space. If you are returning, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your continued support. Today's reading is a general collective message intended for anyone who feels drawn to it. As always, please take what resonates with you in your personal situation and gently release what doesn't. If this message supports you in any way, please hit that like button, subscribe, and for those on YouTube, hit that notification bell so that way you never miss out on a reading. Alrighty y'all, before we open up the space, what I have been noticing is it kind of almost looks like you're seeing people going through an identity crisis almost in like real time. Like you can see the battle between their brain, their heart, and their fear. Because you're seeing people, it's kind of almost like going in a circle in real time. And I feel like this is happening like instantly, like you're like from what I've saw today, from scrolling online, I have seen people switch their profile pictures like 3, 4, 5 different times. One time it's being sexy, one time it's being classy, one time it's doing this, like the impression that it's trying to give off each and every, it's like somebody here really doesn't know what they want or who they even are. And I feel like that realization is hitting a particular collective group of individuals at this time. And I feel like these are the individuals that may have had a lot to say about the choices that you were making. What it's really giving is those who haven't done the work are being easily to spot. And it's like now they are being forced to confront themselves. And I feel like that's a big overall major message of what this eclipse is bringing in tomorrow. And from what I read, this is closing out old cycles from like 2006, 2007. Like though, you know, and that was, so I feel like whatever life that people have built within that time, whatever lies, contracts, shadow contracts, all of that, I feel like it's all bubbling up at the surface and you're literally seeing it play out. So let's open up the space. I call upon my full divine counsel in this sacred moment. Yahweh, eternal flame and sovereign creator. Elohim, divine architects of form and frequency. Sophia, holy mother of wisdom, womb, and word. Papa Legba, opener of the gates, keeper of the crossroads. Hecate, queen of witches, guardian of shadow and flame. Yeshua, ascended master of unconditional love and truth. My beloved ancestors of the blood, spirit, and stars. The archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, and the eternal light of my Lyran soul. Stand with me now. Surround this space in truth, clarity, and protection. Let every card reveal only what serves the highest path. Let falsehood fall. Let wisdom rise. May I be a clear vessel for divine messages. May my words honor both shadow and light. May no harm enter, no distortion pass through. I read as Flamekeeper, Priest, and Sovereign Starseed. I read with purpose, integrity, and divine permission. I open this reading in full trust and alignment. So it is, so it has always been, and so it shall continue to be. Alrighty y'all, we are going to be beginning with the tarot dice. Things might get a little loud for a hot minute. If you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe and Divine Council. What is going on in collective energy and what is it that they need to know at this time? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles. And if I remember correctly from yesterday's reading, that was the first one out as well. Or it was somewhere in there. Restitution. Balance. This is the act of justice being played out at this time. And the first thing I heard when I took this one out, because I automatically saw the magician here as well, and both of these are getting ready to come in. Like, they may be sideways, so they're not fully here yet, but this is the energy that is coming in. And I heard you will be free to build and create again. So it's giving the energy of, for this particular reading, this restitution has to do with your freedom of sorts. I don't know if people were trying to limit your creativity or trying to limit your ability to be able to create, to manifest. It's almost giving the energy of somebody here was working against you in some capacity. We do have the Knight of Wands here as well. Again, the Knight of Wands talks about being free, following one's own heart, following one's own passion. You're going to be able to move forward again and not feel weighed down. That strong Sagittarius energy. I do have Gemini and Virgo here as well. We have the Hanged Man reversed and Temperance. This is finally moving forward. Reconciling where we've been to where we are going, alchemizing the energy, transforming, evolving. It's because you evolved beyond the circumstances that were thrown your way, and it has to do more with your perseverance and the fact that you broke free from old belief systems. This had to do with you rewiring your own mind. We have the Seven of Swords. Somebody here got caught, or they are being caught, for trying to hinder somebody's evolution, from trying to stop somebody from moving forward, from stopping them from creating. It's giving the energy of whatever tricks that somebody was playing, and this feels like this was like mental mind games, manipulation. Almost feels like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like some kind of deep-rooted conditioning. Kind of almost like brainwashing in a way, in order to assert some kind of control here. That was what the sabotage was. And they were holding all of the swords. They were holding all of the... There was truth that they were taking away from you by telling you maybe you had to do things certain ways. And like your reason, like the why. It's like they were trying to they rewrote your why, and you had to rewrite your brain back to ask different questions or to see things differently. This had to do with what you were willing to accept in your values. It's like somebody tried to rewrite your values or try to have you prioritize certain things above maybe you. Like that was part of the conditioning. Somebody really does not want me to speak. That was part of the conditioning. And that was all done to inhibit or even to control you from creating. And I'm taking that as creating the life that you want. It's like, so it's giving like a energetic vampire here in a sense. Like somebody wanting to keep you kind of like as their pet, keeping you on a leash so you don't stray too far, you evolve too much, and you fully become who you're supposed to become. We have Pin. A new job or career here is on the horizon. Somebody also did not want you to stand out too much. Financial pinch. Universe, tell me more. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Somebody wanted you to be lacking. Maybe y'all started a new job or went down some kind of new career here. And maybe somebody was like purposely... It's given the energy of like owning a business and someone here purposely doing things behind the scenes to like hinder your sales. Like to stop you, like... So that way you're not successful, so that way you would struggle, so that way in hopes that you would give up on your dreams, give up on your hopes. And this doesn't even have to involve like a business, but it's giving the energy of like somebody here was in that type of energy here where they were just wanted you to feel defeated in whatever it is that you were doing. So whether this is somebody here who was going to your every workplace that you went to and was like talking shit about you to your colleagues or, you know, your boss or whatever. Somebody here was really orchestrating something in order to deter you, which is actually kind of cruel. It's very mean. But they had to make it believe like it was your idea for you to give up on yourself, to give away that piece of you. But that's why there's restitution coming in. Justice is taking place. You guys are probably recovering pieces of yourself at this time that may have like chipped away. Those were the little things that people robbed from you in the past. Give me 1 second, y'all. Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that need careful handling. Somebody was trying to carefully handle you, like curate you in their image for their own intent. Universe. We have December. Some of you guys could be dealing with a, is it Sag Capricorn energy there? We have Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And a cat, a two-faced friend. So this is somebody here that has been your friend to your face, but your enemy behind the scenes. We have Apple, temptation. Somebody here has been trying to tempt you in life in order to deter you. So this person was doing a lot. It's like they were really trying to rob you. of life in general. Like, they were attacking your love, they were attacking your money, they were attacking your goals, your aspirations, your dreams. They were hitting you on multiple different levels, sending you hate. And with that Seven of Swords, they were orchestrating the whole thing, but they wanted you to so they were, it's kind of like orchestrating the whole thing behind the scenes with what they say by using word magic to have all these different groups. So did somebody really go out of their way to penetrate multiple different groups? Because that's what it feels like. They infiltrated multiple different groups in order to sow a seed, so that way these groups can attack you. And what I mean by these groups, it feels like it was the multiple fronts, like the love, like, you know, whoever you've been dealing with, or maybe they got to your friends, maybe they got to your family, maybe they got to your work, right? Maybe they got to, you know, the place that you go to for piano lessons. So that way you always encountered resistance and like this pressure here where you had to prove yourself, making you jump through all of these extra hoops. When in actuality, you never needed to in the first place. But it was because people were putting you to the test because of what they heard, so they already had a preconceived idea. And so they were guarded. And somebody's planning to bring some kind of temptation back around again. Maybe this is somebody here who's going to come and tempt you with some kind of idea to birth something new, to create using your creation powers, your gifts. There's an ulterior motive here, and there's something here about December. Whether restitution, it's on its way now. Maybe by December, that's when all of the restitution will be in place, and you'll be able to birth something new here without struggling, without feeling resistance. I need to know more about this two-faced person. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. So this is somebody here who's extremely sad, miserable. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. So you're going to finally be getting some kind of financial gain to something that you did in the past. And you need to control your anger or you're going to be sorry. Cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. So somebody here was sending you negativity that was beyond your control. It's like the energy of like knowing that everyone that you've dealt with has been an op. Essentially. They've been your opposition, unbeknownst to you, and here you are just doing your thing, living your best life, trusting in the universe. Somebody wanted you to give up that piece of yourself, that faith, because that it all has to do with your gratitude. Maybe this person thought that they were going to gain financially if they were able to succeed in their plans, and having you totally give up. Maybe they wanted you to lash out so they could use that as fuel to the fire that they built. Misery loves company, but you're protected from these forces. Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. So you're being taken care of. Why is anyone here concerned with sexual matters? Maybe, is that what they were doing? To you? To keep you trapped? To keep you stuck? They wanted you concerned with chasing pleasure. They wanted you to perform for them. That's what that's giving. And I'm not, maybe not in a sexual way. I mean, you take it however it resonates, but it's like somebody here wanted you to perform for them. They wanted you to be concerned with trying to please. And it's right on top of the situations in the balance that require careful handling. Somebody wanted you to always please, people please, take care of their needs. Has to do again with those priorities. Wanting you to place their needs above your own. And somebody hates the fact that maybe having to do with your faith and your gratitude, knowing that you will be always taken care of in difficult times. That source in the universe will always come through for you. It was like that was the final thing that they couldn't destroy you. Like they couldn't take that away from you. And maybe like their time is up now with this eclipse, with this portal that is currently underway. We have hand. In need of help, assistance, or guidance. That's what they want. They want a handout. Something here about a W, someone's name, or one of their initials could start with a W, first, middle, last. We have fly, a period of ill health, depression. That's what they wanted. They wanted to pawn off their misery and their self-loathing onto you. To inhibit your ability to create, because if you're ill, if you're under the weather, if your mental health is not right, is not in balance, along with your emotions, if none of that's in balance, you can't create effectively. This has to do with your ability to heal, recover, and move on. We have June, so something here could have started in June and is ending in December. Universe, tell us more, please. And with that cobweb, somebody was really trying to get you stuck. And that's what this reading feels like. It feels like it's trying to entrap me in a way. It's trying to... It doesn't want me to tell you about the whole picture. Universe, tell us more. My left ear is ringing. The Three of Swords. See, somebody was hoping to betray you enough, to break your heart enough that you would just give up, that you would surrender, that you would give in. The Seven of Swords here in the reverse, but it didn't work. All of their lies, all of their deceit. It never worked because you never gave up your faith. You never gave up your belief in yourself. No matter how much pressure this person tried to throw your way in any direction, you remained true to you. If anything, they brought you closer to Source and to faith. They helped you fully remember who you actually are. And because you rewired and readjusted your priorities, that's why the universe is saying now that faith that you had, it's going to pay off, because you are going to be taken care of. The Four of Swords reversed, and the Ten of Swords, Eight of Wands, And the Two of Cups reversed. You disconnected from a relationship here that you realizing now. You disconnected from this two-faced person. You knew who the op was. And for those of you, you know exactly who this person is, because you know the moment that you stopped entertaining them energetically, that's when things started changing for you. Things started finally elevating back up. That was your confirmation. And I mean, like, it was almost like an instant switch once you cut this person off energetically. You noticed an instant shift, like things started going your way. You didn't have to struggle as hard anymore. That severance was their ego death. It was an instant flip. It's given like you resurrected yourself the moment that you severed those ties, and you needed to finish doing it energetically, and you needed to back it up with some kind of action here. I feel like something here you did in the period of 3 months, like it really showed the universe, okay, you're ready. Because maybe there were points in time where you where you fell back and you accepted them back in, or you allowed them back in energetically. But because you did something consistently, you passed the test. We have the Hanged Man. This is exactly what I was saying earlier. You're seeing the identity crisis. You know, what you own owns you. I think, who says that? Soul Source? Tarot? What you own owns you. And it's like somebody here now needs to live with the belief system that they created, which is the one that they used to attack you, to make you depressed, to make you extremely angry, to get you to be unbalanced. They were trying to use you against you in order for you to surrender and to people please them. Strong Pisces energy here. We have the Two of Wands. They wanted you to be afraid. Wow, it's like they wanted to replace your faith with them. They wanted to be the center of your faith. Instead of you believing in something, because here we have the Hierophant hanging out in the back, and this is the Fool going, I'm so nervous, I don't know what direction to go, I'm too afraid, I can't do this on my own. And the Hierophant is like, you are fine, you can do this on your own, you have everything that you need within you. They wanted to replace that for you. Constantly making you feel afraid, and that you need someone to hold your hand, that you're incapable of taking care of yourself. The Nine of Cups reversed. Somebody here could be overindulging. They could be tipping the bottle, lighting them up. There's no limits, no discipline. It's all because somebody's trying to hide from the fact that they're not happy with themselves in their own situation and with whatever contracts that they may have made. Somebody also knows that they win against the will of Source. Because here we have, in this deck, we have the wedding ceremony of the High Priestess with an angel, being blessed by the divine. It's like somebody here was trying to circumvent destiny in a way. They never wanted you to shine. They never wanted you to be happy. They never wanted you to be free or prosperous. They wanted you to keep going back and forth so that people didn't see you as the King of Pentacles. So people misjudged your character. And here we have the Magician. You will be able to create again. Universe, please tell us more. So somebody here is a spoiled brat with this privileged lady in the reverse. We have a spoiled individual here who feels entitled. Maybe they were able to get away with this before with others and they were successful until they stumbled upon you. Now somebody here is headed towards poverty. Maybe they wanted you to be impoverished. We do have marriage here at the bottom. So somebody here is all up in their thoughts, maybe with the contract that they held with you. And whatever this contract was, I feel like it was witnessed by other people. And what I mean by that is like contract within like whatever the relationship was. So like this could be like whatever title that they hold, whether it's, you know, father, brother, uncle, aunt, boss, manager, whatever. They were making it seem like they were in the right and that they were doing what they needed to do, that they were honoring their own vows. Wow, we have the lovers here. That they were honoring their own vows, essentially. And these could be contracts that were made in the ethers. But here, it's like the image that was being presented was that, oh, I'm doing what I need to do, but look at this person. So they were trying to claim that you were the problem. Meanwhile, they were the one that orchestrated everything. Just to make it seem like you couldn't take care of yourself. So that's why we need to stop you for your own good. We need to hinder you for your own good. But in all actuality, it was for their own greed. This definitely has to do with the soul contract here in some kind of way. Like you were destined to go through this. This was part of your contract, your soul contract, in order to expose this person in this lifetime, to expose this energy. And this was supposed to be your liftoff point for your ascension, for your evolution. It was meant to go in tandem. It was never meant to harm you, but it was meant to embolden you and strengthen you, to prepare you for this next chapter. Universe. Adjudication. Someone here is getting in trouble by the law, physical law, spiritual law. I feel like the verdict has already come out. And now we're going to be seeing the effects of that verdict, whatever that is. That's the restitution. Universe, give us one more, please. Thank you. Somebody here is in despair. Because whatever this adjudication, this restitution is, it definitely finally put something to an end. It put something to rest. Goodbye. Somebody cannot revive something. It's done. It's over with. We have somebody in despair over a child, or somebody, or because of somebody's innocence. This could even have to do with your own inner child. And now there's something here about toil and labor. This has to do with your hard work. And we have a main female in a pathway, so a new doorway is opening up here for a divine feminine energy to pass through. You did the work, you put in the labor here. You healed your inner child. Now somebody here is in despair because they weren't able to sabotage your spirit. It was about taking your spirit away from you. Somebody was really trying to push you to make bad choices. Maybe somebody here wanted you to overindulge. Maybe I don't know, maybe somebody here really wanted you like on the bottle, homeless. They really wanted to take everything away from you. And they thought that they were going to get money, because I feel like there's something here that you're going to be receiving. They were trying to take from themselves. They were trying to twist the narrative to say, well, you know, I need to take care of them because they're incapable of taking care of this on their own. So by robbing you of your spirit, it would prove their point. Could be something here to do with monitoring spirits. My cat just took down a fly. Like, people could have even been trying to send people your way to spy on you. Like I said, like maybe using your friends or whatever communities that you were involved in. We have cyberbully. So somebody here was even cyberbullying you online. Like maybe they were even trying to, you know, infect or poison your social media here by cyberbullying you, by creating like fake profiles and leaving like negative comments. But they can't do that anymore. I also feel like there's been a secret court case that's been going on behind the scenes. I really do. I feel like there's been something here secret. And it involves whatever's been uncovered with this. Somebody here never thought that they were going to be, that the truth was actually going to come to light. This is somebody here who claims to be into you, but yet they really just want to fight and argue with you to waste your time, to get that reaction out of you. Somebody here is definitely talking shit. And here you are unbothered, and there's screenshots. There's evidence here about somebody's shit talk. And you dusted it off from this thief who is hooked. They're hooked and obsessed. They're hooked and obsessed with you and your energy. I don't know, it's given the energy of somebody here who's so pressed by your spirits and your existence here that they feel threatened by you. They felt threatened by you. And this could have even been someone who was threatened by you even since you were a child. With that child card that we saw. All because they wanted to rob you. Rob you of opportunities, rob you of support. Like I said, they were the ones always claiming that they were fulfilling their end of the bargain. Somebody never thought that what they did behind the scenes was going to come out to the light, but it did. Universe. Legal issues. Somebody's now going to be in legal issues for being all up in your business. This is somebody here who moves in secret. They lie all the time. They don't tell people what they're actually really up to. And we had the Seven of Swords come out twice. I mean, like, seriously? All because of some kind of winning, some kind of inheritance. Your ability to attract abundance, prosperity, and wealth. You tapping into your divine inheritance even, which is you embracing your authentic self and and just living with your skills, embracing your skills completely, your gifts, however that may have manifested for you in this lifetime. See, somebody wanted you to survive and not thrive. Universe, tell us more. Digging for dirt just to start drama. We have karmic friends at the bottom and bad reputation. These people here are now getting, or person or people, however this resonates with you, as having a bad reputation. They've gone too far. You can't fully trust these people. They're all being found out. They're all being found out. It's all coming out into the open, how karmic these karmic individuals were, all because you were hustling, and these people just hated on your spirituality. They hated your magic. They hated your power. They hated your light. They hated the fact that you were so hopeful and always so grateful. They could not damper your spirits, no matter how hard they tried. And that's what they couldn't take away from you, was your belief. In fact, it only made you work harder in your healing and in your evolution. And now you're starting to reclaim pieces of you that you dropped a long time ago, because you knew people were pressed. So it's like, it's like the energy of people wanting you to be afraid to be yourself, to express yourself, because they wanted you to feel like you were showing off. Like, maybe you're multifaceted. You have multiple different skills in multiple different arenas, and somebody's like, well, they're just a show-off. And maybe part of that programming that they were trying to drill into you was you needing to dim your light in order for you to fit in with everybody else, to not make them feel a certain way. When in all actuality, that was them projecting their own insecurities and weaknesses onto you, because they felt incapable. So instead, they handicapped you. Same shit, different day. And you did your reflecting. You went within. Wow. Actually, universe, please tell us more for the collective. You found your heart again. You centered your heart again. You did. Somebody was trying to block access. They were trying to drown out your heart. They thought that if they could rob you of your spirits, of your kind-hearted nature, of your love, they thought that they could deplete it. But they're realizing that you found your way back to your center, and you're recognizing that that love, that power, that force, it's infinite. It's beyond you. See, this is what they wanted. They wanted you isolated. They wanted to separate you from your heart. Essentially wanting to turn you into a monster, to make you a loveless zombie. you're realizing that that power is infinite, and you reconnected with your origin, the origin of who you truly are. You are definitely being protected at this time. Some of you guys could have a dream catcher. If not, I highly recommend one to keep your dreams safe. So that way nobody can plant subliminals in your dreams through however witchery they like to use. Because that's how you get your downloads from the divine, from source. But you're definitely protected at this time. You're free to dream again. You're free to dream and to create and to use your imagination and to not feel hindered or pressured from negative forces. All of this energy is about reconnecting. You found the missing piece to the puzzle to cross the bridge, to make it through to the other end. And this gave you a whole bunch of knowledge. And I'm also getting you were able to access your own Akashic records again. That you have been found worthy enough to evolve, to access another level of consciousness, another level of awareness. And you are only able to access this level is if you centered your heart. So that way you can find the missing piece that you needed in order to fully connect that bridge between your shadow and your light. See, somebody here was trying to pull out your shadow out of you in order to use your shadow against you. But instead, you found comfort in your shadow. You embraced the darkness within you, and you truly studied it and examined it. And know how best to integrate it. Because there's always a time and place to use our shadow. Same thing like there's always a time and place to use our light. It's right here. Universe, tell us more. Divine flow. Your own flow. Exactly one sublime desire takes precedence over all others. To follow the Tao, the divine, at all costs. And that's why we had that dream catcher. You're free again to dream, because nobody here could now add subliminals to you. Somebody was really attacking you on all fronts. Somebody could even been paying a practitioner to do all these things to you, to turn people against you, to infiltrate your dreams, to add subliminals here. Energetic clearing. You have cleared that energy. During crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. And that's exactly what this is, that knowledge, that information here. It gives you greater insight on the overall plan of what's going on. Universe, tell us more. Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. You surrendered and you gave in. This was a test of your faith. Whoever was doing this to you, it almost feels like it's giving like Job energy. Or like God had a bet with the devil type of energy. Like somebody really thought that they can get one over on God, and the universe was like, okay, try. I dare you. I dare you to try and break this one. And that's why you're receiving all of these reparations now. And then some. True offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. It's being returned to love. You took what was unbearable and you transmuted it into love. You still made it through on the other end. You still managed to finish your journey, finish your mission. You accomplished the mission that you were set out to do. That's why you're getting new heights. That's why you're getting new information, new downloads. Some of you guys could be finding out what's this next mission that you're going to be undertaking. Because now you are able to, in spite of what was being sent your way, you still passed all the tests that you needed to pass, learned all the lessons that you needed to learn, grounded yourself, got yourself to a new level of consciousness and awareness, all while overcoming all of the attacks that were being sent your way. But the court has ruled in your favor because somebody here is trying to claim, no, collective's not ready. They didn't do all that work. That's all fake. It's all phony. You know, somebody here was really trying to sway the opinion and get a judgment and verdict on you. They never wanted your character to speak. They never wanted your character to be solidified. This has to do with your reputation, how you're seen, but the court has ruled in your favor. Because you've had your awakening. And now that you have been awakened, now that you are in your North Node, it's time to finally do what you were sent here to do. It's like somebody here was trying to stop you from graduating, from crossing that stage and getting your diploma. Like, that's what that feels like. Somebody was trying to claim that you weren't who you said you were and who you presented yourself to be, but they only ended up revealing who they actually are, and the fact that they thought that they were always going to win above the universe. It's like the energy of the universe going, all right, devil, you lost. Time to pay up, right? And maybe that pool of winnings has grown, and the universe is like, all right, well, we're infinite, so we're just going to give that to the collective for all of their troubles and hard work. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective. Okay, please give us one for the collective, please. Thank you. We have openness. Observe, evaluate, and make inquiries before forming a conclusion. When the moon is waning in the crescent phase, it is a good time to begin to review endeavors and correct mistakes. It is time to throw out what you no longer need and clear away excess and old energy, including any clutter you may have accumulated. In addition to discarding excessive material things in your life, eliminate any unhealthy behaviors and relationships. You may find that you are trying to decide between two options. This card is not about making a decision, but more about taking the time to really listen to your heart and your inner voice. Ganesha advises you to gain more information before you act. This knowledge can be in many forms, including your innate knowledge, self-knowledge, secret knowledge, or even more historic wisdom. You may find that what you are attaining might be both mysterious and magical. You are in a conscious process of creative release. Give thanks and gratitude for the things that you have accomplished. Don't feel rushed or pressured to begin a new undertaking. Review your goals and regroup accordingly. Once you have all of the necessary information, you will begin to feel motivated to set some new goals and start new projects. And that is what I have for y'all, collective. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.